going to be attacking in first. I'm not sure. I think Freaky Noise actually attacked last for them
Yes.
in the first map. So we'll see if they actually want to switch anything up or not. None of their players managed to grab a successful attacking round. Leaves Zoo going to be attacking in first in map number 2.
Yep, and so everything's the same. It looks like they're going to keep the same order unless they decide to switch a Vega and Freaky Noise, which we'll find out here in just a bit. As we mentioned before, Archways is quite a bit different than Castle Crashers. You know, Castle Crashers is usually a little bit more attacker friendly than we saw last time. None of these maps are like favored for attackers necessarily, but the last one is not a typical example of how that map goes.
Yeah, I agree. Castle Crasher and Collided usually are a little bit more balanced with attacking and defending rounds. This map can actually be really tough to attack in on. Fortress and the Castle can be pretty tough to attack in on, but so far, Leaves You showing that Archways is going to be really rough for him, at least, as all of TCM rush him down there frantic with a couple of successful rockets. Lux is going to be attacking in first for TCM. I believe, did Frantic actually have the successful attacking round? I think he did.
Yes, he did.
Okay, so we're going to be definitely watching for him to try and keep this one from going into extra rounds as we did on the first map.
And a lot of where we saw no spam rockets for Gamers League on the last map, we saw all the spam rockets for Gamers League on Archways. So, oh, and a very nice shot. Vega actually pegging his opponent knew exactly where he would be at, and Lux is now working from a disadvantage.
Okay, so Lux is hopping up on the left side. There should usually be a defender here. I think he's actually not going to manage to find him, though. Oh, he was playing Ring Around the Rosie there, 1 armor remaining, and that Gamers League defender trying to rush forward to finish him off didn't actually manage to make it happen, and now Luxus suddenly has slightly better odds of getting this successfully.
Only 15 seconds remaining in the round. The goal can now be captured. He lands the second shot, and TCM is just 1 shot away from being able to take an advantage, but no, he does manage. He does not land the shot.
Okay, so notice in chat, we did not fully explain this part of it. Yes, it is 3v3. It is 1 attacker armed with that instant kill laser versus 3 defenders that each have 4 rockets. The rockets do have a travel time. Each defender essentially only has 1 hit point. If they get hit by that laser, they are done. And the attacker has 3 points of armor. If they get hit by rockets or lasers from the defenders, they can withstand 2 hits. A 3rd hit will eliminate them.
Okay, so Vega now taking a little bit different path than we've seen out of other players. Maybe just trying to bait his opponents out so we can get position on this hill. And that is awfully exposed, but Didix had already fallen back behind the capture point.
Okay, so Vega making his way forward, does actually get taken down to only 1 armor. All 3 defenders still standing. He just can't seem to find his laser. And this is going to get really rough for Gamers League if they can't make something happen soon. First shot getting picked off there. Didix is going to get eliminated. Vega and Frantic still standing, though. 1 point of armor. This is going to be really tough. 16% on that cap. It does take about a second and a half to stand on or just above the point for it to capture. So only 16% there. That's only a couple of milliseconds.
Didix was right, though. Jumping over that hill and flicking to the left, that was a crazy shot. So if nothing else, we had that. Yep. Frantic is on the attack. You mentioned before that he is the sole successful attacking round so far in this entire match. But he immediately takes 1 point of armor, but we saw this from him last time. He was able to fight back after a disadvantage.
Yep, Frantic coming from just 1 point of armor last time was able to eliminate all of the defenders, but this time he seems a little bit turned around. He's actually very exposed still. After picking off that defender, he does back off a little bit. He's going to try and reassess, maybe even move over to the right to find that defender exposed. He's not going to see him just yet. Oh, he just barely misses the shot while he's trying to run really fast on the speed rails, or the speed pad. Moving up through the middle, the defender should know where he's at, so this is going to be tough for Frantic.
Okay. Oh, but he lands a great shot. The defender was just barely exposed. 9 seconds remaining. 1 armor versus 1 defender, and the defender, a calculated risk there from Freaky Noise, and a great job to stop the last effort, I should say, from Frantic.
Okay, Freaky Noise will be attacking in now, so maybe he can ride that momentum. He did not find success in the first map, Castle Crasher, but you know, these teams are just very, very evenly matched. We saw Eclipsia breeze past Get on My Level earlier on, but this one is perhaps going to go to extra rounds again. We've got a lot of great defensive play from both teams. Archways does benefit defenders a little bit. You think about the way the map is structured. The defenders are up on a high ground. Gamers League Freaky Noise and all the attackers have to jump through those archways and come down on the low ground, at least for a little while, before they work their way up.
And Freaky Noise had a brilliant path there, but it was being answered incredibly well by the TCM defender. That was a really nice job on both parties, both the attacker to try and gain a little bit of an angle, and the defender for playing Ring Around the Rosie around that tree.
I wonder if that arch that we saw, never mind, Freaky Noise is killing people. He's already eliminated one defender. He's still got 2 armor. He's going to try, but gets popped up. I think he jumped, which is always a risky move here. I wonder if that archway in the back, if there was actually another route up, if that would add some variety to this map to make it less of a defensive stalemate. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's hard to see, but you're talking about this archway back here.
If that led to maybe a ramp up or something toward that back tree and just became another avenue, another possibility to attack, maybe that would open up the map a little bit for attackers. I do like maps like Collided that give the attacker a lot of options. Then, it makes it really difficult for the defender and makes defensive rounds that much more impressive. On archways, they're kind of expected to take the defensive round every time.
Didix now just kind of running right up the front. He is slightly biased towards the left. He had an open shot on Lisu, but the laser wasn't recharged quite enough in time for him to be able to get what he wanted there. And looks like all the defenders are now off to his right. One falling back all the way behind the capture point as well. No, where did he go? He lost
that defender entirely. He actually backed off behind the hill and waited for him to come out to try and get some free shots on his back. But Didix with 2 quick shots, this could be our first successful attacking round. He had an open shot on the defender. He's not taking it. He goes for the cap instead and does manage to successfully cap. So Didix had a couple of opportunities there, went for the cap, and was successful. TCM Gaming pulling ahead now 4-2.
Yeah, and it's always nice when your last attacker, usually you put your weakest attacker last, your strongest attacker first, so that the people who are first have the most available attack rounds in the course of a match. So whenever you land a round like that with your weakest attacker, it usually gives confidence to the rest of your team.
That's true. Leavezu attacking in now for Gamers League. He was their first attacker. He's already missing a point of armor, unfortunately, for Gamers League, as TCM has already sort of broken the tie, the defensive stalemate. All they have to do is defend here. Even if they don't get the next attacking round, they defend once more, and they'll win the map and the match. So Leavezu or Gamers League next attacker has to win. Leavezu is out, so the next attacker for Gamers League is going to have a lot on his shoulders. Unless Lux's just successfully attacks here, then the game will be over, as the score is 5-2. It's first to 6. That'll be, win by 4. So definitely enough to meet that requirement.
That's what I was just about to say. Lux's could seal the deal for TCM and send him into the semifinals, and then we would be on to our 3rd match of the day. Lux's has avoided all spam rockets so far. It looks like Gamers League is very good about spamming the top couple of archways, but they only send a couple of rockets down towards the tunnel, so TCM has been able to take advantage of that.
Okay, there's a defender posted up back by the trees. I would be surprised if there wasn't a defender right behind him, as that's usually the post-up situation. You've got a player playing on this column or that hill. Okay, so Vega actually did back off, but it's not going to work out anyway, as Luxus does pick him off. He's got 2 armor remaining. The point will be open in just a second. Perhaps if he had waited another second. Oh, he's going to pick off another defender. If this last shot lands, he will win the match for TCM. There it is. And TCM Gaming moves into the semifinals. Thanks very much to Gamers League for participating in both of our European qualifiers.